What's going on, guys? One of the things I wanted to get to before I left Florida was re-gripping my irons, so figured I'd walk you through it. One of the things I am very picky about, since I am very handsy and very feel-oriented, is my grips. I don't let anybody else do them, not so much because of look, but more feel. I stretch my grips a little bit. I want a little thinner. I want to be able to get my face closed a little easier. It feels like I can get in my hands a little better when I do it. So one of the things that drives me up a wall is when my assistants wouldn't take the tape off when they were changing grips. So there's easier ways to do it. Unfortunately, right now, I don't know where my heat gun is. If you heat the tape just a little bit, a little quick heat, it'll peel the tape off much easier. So I'm gonna fast forward. I'm gonna get all these done, and then we'll start recording a little bit more. We'll talk about what I'm doing and why I do my own grips and why I don't let anybody else touch my clubs. All right, couldn't find the heat gun, so I figured I'd go outside and break out the power tools. Here you see me putting direct heat with a blowtorch on. I came outside. I don't want to set the fire alarm off, but as you're doing it, you're going to see the grip bubble, and you're going to see it kind of change colors a little bit. Right then, you can get your corner with your fingernail, and it'll pull off. Here you're going to see a real good chunk comes in one piece. I was afraid to catch it on fire with a heat gun. It's much easier. You can be a little bit more aggressive with the heat. All right, we got the old grip off. We got the old tape off. We didn't burn down the neighborhood, and hell, we didn't even ruin any Christmas decorations. Let's put on a new grip. Here you see me banging the butt end. That's the easiest way that I've found to get rid of that inventory sticker that Golf Pride started putting on it a few years ago. One of the things that most guys do is they don't give themselves enough time. I'm doing this on a day where I know I'm not going to play golf or hit balls for a long time or a couple days, and it's got plenty of time to dry. I'm not going to waste anything. Here you see me using a catch basin. The stuff's flammable, so I don't want it on the floor anyway. And I'm just going to dump it right back into the bottle. So use as much as you can, so that way you can get it on there, get the grip straight. And once you figure out it's straight, then you kind of figure out, make sure it's all the way on. You pull it off the vise. You're going to see me here banging the floor. I have a mat, and it's soft, so I'm not worried about cracking the butt end on cement. If you're going down on cement, you're probably not going to want to go as hard as I'm going here. But here you see, looks pretty good. I'm going to give it a quick little adjustment, and then I'm going to put it off to the side, and I'm not going to touch it for a couple days, right? The biggest mistake I see is guys get stuck. They don't put enough solution. They got like a quarter of an inch hanging off the butt end, or they have an aligned grip that kind of looks like it's a S. It's so crooked. I had a customer that drove me up a wall when he changed. He's not a customer. He's a friend. Sorry, Dave. I don't mean to belittle you, but drove me up a wall when he would change his grips because he never did it right, and I'd get it into the next lesson and be like, you changed your grips again, didn't you? So here you see me flipping it on the vise. I wanted to show you the second one because I forgot to show you how delicate I am with the tape. If you get the tape crinkled even a little bit, especially on like a real thin grip like a Lambkin or a Golf Pride Tour Velvet or a Pure grip, you're going to feel the ripple in your fingers under the grip. And if you're somebody like me where it's a feel thing, it's going to drive you nuts, and every time you hold that club, you're going to feel it and know it's there. So you're going to end up having to redo it anyway. So again, take your time, right? Put enough solution on, make sure the tape is not rippled, and make sure the grip is straight. That's it. It's a pretty simple process. Again, like I said, I'm a little picky about the way I look down at my grips. I want to see the face open, if anything. So if I miss on the right side and it shuts the face closed, all it's going to do is cause me more issues. And you can sit here and say they're mental, and that may be the case. You may be 100% right. But if I'm standing over the ball thinking about what my grip looks like, I'm probably not thinking about hitting the golf shot. So be careful. Take the time. One last thing I want to talk about is here you see me adding a little tape to the butt end. I usually use rolls of tape. the tape that I had in my basement. During COVID, I think they used some different ingredients and the glue wasn't as sticky. So I bought some strips. But what I always forget to do when I'm using the strips is make sure I cover the butt end. You don't want anything that can sneak through the hole in the grip or the hole in the tape in the butt end and get into the shaft and start rattling around. So all I did was take a little bit of a 1/4 inch of double-sided tape and added it to the butt. That's it. It's that simple. Wash, rinse, repeat. And as simple as it is, everybody knows you'll smell the solution for 3 days and you'll probably get it on your clothes somewhere. It's a pain in the ass process, but if you're a feel guy and you're picky about the way things look, you're probably better off learning how to do it yourself. When I thought about this podcast, that's what I thought it was. What groups are you playing? Why? What do you like to feel when you do it? I got sidetracked. A buddy yesterday asked me, how many listeners do you have? And I didn't have an answer for him. That's why I keep asking the questions. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. Let's go.